Man, you
I
are
am.
a fantastic guy.
I appreciate that, man. Good to hear.
I do have a question for you though.
What's happening?
What are your thoughts with the the lead character in
Mm-hmm.
the movie Predators? Not just winning one Oscar, but winning two. Adrian Brody.
The Predator or the
Predators.
Predator. Oh
Yes.
yeah,
Yeah.
man.
He's a double Oscar.
Awesome, awesome for him. I thought you were referring to the Predator himself.
The guy who
I
played
was
the
like, I don't know.
Predator.
I don't think it was him. Might have
I
been
don't
him. I don't
think.
know. I didn't read the credits.
Oh man, how
That's
things
pretty cool,
going,
man.
brother?
Uh, you know, uh, same stuff as last week. Nothing new
Yeah.
to report here.
Ugh.
Yeah, I got a puppy in here with me this week, though. You
Got
know,
a
he
puppy in there with you this week. Like a second dog or the same puppy?
the same puppy. He's still a puppy.
He's just a humongous puppy.
He turns 1 this month.
Oh man, which means he's gonna just be out on the he's gonna be driving soon. You know what I
Yeah, I
mean? Out
know.
there
He's gonna
in
get a
them
job.
streets, stuff like that,
Have to
man.
start working pretty soon.
We got a pretty good pod ahead of us here, man. So I'm really
Okay.
excited. You know what you can do though?
I think I know.
Let's see if you know, ladies and gentlemen. Hey, this guy is on point with it. Guys, after
And
like 5 years, we're starting to figure this pod thing out,
we
guys.
are
Okay?
getting close. Getting
Yeah,
close.
we are almost there, guys. Team, the Oscars just wrapped up, and it's Hollywood's biggest night.
Oh yeah.
And we have some winners here, guys. Um, a lot of these movies I did not see. I'm just not gonna lie to you. Um,
Uh,
I
if
haven't
you didn't
seen
see him,
yet.
I
Yeah,
probably did not see him either.
yeah. Um,
Usually
I,
the Oscar movies are the ones that I definitely did not go see.
yeah, yeah. So like for Best Picture, there was a Nora, which
Yeah.
is the movie about the small budget movie about the young girl who is a sex worker and then marries like a Russian oligarch's son or something like that.
Oh, okay. Well, I'll take
I
your
did
word for it.
not, yeah, I did not see that. So that's who won that. Dune Part Two was up for Best Picture as well, so we did
Okay.
go see that.
Yep.
Best Director was Sean Baker, who directed Anora. Adrian Brody, who we were talking about earlier, he finally won for Predators. Thank God. This retroactive is what they did there, guys. He won for The Brutalist. Uh,
He said after all these years,
like finally, 14 years
he
later,
finally acknowledged him. Let's go.
how fantastic of a job he did. Mikey Madsen, her first Oscar nom and win for Nora. I think this is my favorite right here because I did go see A Real Pain, the Jesse Eisenberg, Kieran Culkin film.
Right.
Two cousins who go to their grandmother's dying wish was for them to go to where she grew up and go to the concentration camp where like her and her family was. So, fantastic film. Kieran Culkin won for actor in a supporting role. That was really fantastic there.
Sweet.
Zoe Saldana, box office queen,
Mm-hmm.
won an Oscar for Amelia Perez, so that's super exciting. Then we have Conclave winning something, Nora winning some more, and animated shorts and all this other fun stuff. So,
Little wicked
guys,
in there.
yeah, Wicked won for some stuff. Yeah, it was really really cool, guys. Really excited that the Oscars um are still just giving movies that we don't really care about um awards, outside of a few, but you
Yeah,
really
yeah.
pissed me off. I'm still pissed off. I say this every year. This doesn't change, guys, okay? Still have a vendetta against the Oscars, Academy Awards, and like it's probably why I'm never going to be a voting member, one. Two, probably why I'll never be invited to the Oscars is because you guys shit on David Fincher's The Social Network back in 2010, 2011. Okay, I'm still mad about that.
So upset.
Just still super mad about that. The King's Speech, Colin Firth, he did his thing in Kingsman, but trash. King's Speech. Dude had a speech impediment. I had one when I was a child myself, dude. Just get over it. Ooh, you have to give a speech. Did that my senior year of high school. The amount of energy and awesomeness it took David Fincher and that team of young actors, including Justin Timberlake.
Oh, yeah.
To be Sean Parker and win. That's why I hate the Oscars. Also, before that, Christopher Nolan didn't walk away with any awards for The Dark Knight. Dark Knight is a masterpiece, and you guys are trash about it. Start the damn pod. Hate the Oscars. Welcome to this episode of Movie in a Pod. I'm Clyde Smith.
And I am Javier Villalobos.
On this week's episode, we're discussing the trailers for The Surfer, The Death of a Unicorn, and Uprock Media presents our 2024 in-film review. All right, team. Hope you guys had a fantastic week. Fantastic March so far. I think it's warming up in certain parts of the world. San Jose keeps on hitting us up and telling us to come out because it's super warm out there. So we might be in Sharkland soon.
It was super cold today, sir.
I mean, and wherever you were in the world, yes. But, being my fan base in San Jose, we're staying nice and toasty. Team, we have some trailers dropping here for you. The guy Nick Cage says he's going to retire one day, but, they keep on throwing money at him, so it's never going to happen. He's going to take a film, good or bad, and just do it. So we have The Surfer, and then we have Miss Ortega. She's teaming up with the man, the living legend, the vampire, Paul Rudd, in a movie about a dead unicorn. So super excited for both these trailers, guys. We have that link tree in the show notes. Click on their socials, like, share, subscribe. You can see the whole pod on video on our YouTube page. You can even rent the videos from Blockbuster for $3.99 a night, guys. So you're welcome there. Yep. Little popcorn, little podcast. You're welcome.
You can't stop a wave. Born in a storm, way out to sea. Pure energy. And it's all building to this breaking point.
Yeah. Whoa. What was that? What was one of the guys from the Red Hot Chili Peppers?
Look at that.
This was Point Break.
Hey, Dad. It's okay. You're scaring my boy.
Need you for a heist.
Now. No need for all this fuss. Listen to me, brother. I know it's smart to lose face in front of your boy, but you gotta know when to back down.
Oh, gosh.
A whole lot worse.
Well,
terror.
This is a special place for us. There was magic here when I was your age.
Oh, what's happening?
My old house is finally for sale, and I'm buying it.
Just want to go home now.
Wake up.
Oh, wow.
Locals only. Don't live here, don't surf here.
I'm not surfing. There's a view for locals only as well.
Hey!
Gosh.
Oh,
okay, that was intense.
You've got to release a little steam now and then.
This is wild.
this is getting...
That's my board, and I want it back.
Oh,
Super.
dude,
Man, I
touch
think
his
you've been out in
board.
the sun too long.
Man,
No,
don't
my
touch the
father
board.
gave me that board.
I can tell you myself, that old board's been up there for as long as I can remember. She's a beaut, isn't she?
Oh, wow.
I'm not trying to be cruel,
I'm never going to Australia. Just never.
All I
One of
want
his best performances.
is to take my son surfing.
Don't kid yourself now. Before you can have everything. You
Wow.
have to experience nothing.
What?
Pathetic.
What the hell is happening here? Oh, wow.
That's
I
a
mean-
good one.
I was more confused than anything.
All right, team. We have The Surfer. According to IMDb, a man returns to the idyllic beach of his childhood surf with his son. When he is humiliated by a group of locals, the man is drawn into a conflict that keeps rising and pushes him to his breaking point. Directed by Lorcan Finnegan, written by Thomas Martin, starring Nick Cage, Gillian McMahon, and Nicholas Casum. Excuse me, and a bunch of other people that I don't know.
Right.
I will tell you off the bat, man. I'm not pulling up for this film.
You're not going to be
this
one of
is-
the Nick Cage fans cheering
Yeah, this is
after his
going to
best
be an
performance.
hour and 39 minutes of not Clyde in the theater for. One, it seems like, where does he, like, in Australia or New Zealand? I think, like, with both Australia and New Zealand, like, they have creatures that are big over there that I just don't want to deal with. Like, if it's Australia, they have, and it is Australia, the film location is Western Australia. They have these things called kangaroos that are as tall as, like, LeBron James. I'm good.
And is jacked.
Yes, like, literally, it's just LeBron James with a pouch. Okay, and they will punch and they will kick. Their spiders
Oh, yeah, they're square
are
up.
as big as Man Spider from the comics. Okay, like, that's just not fair. Why do you have 6-foot spiders in your
What
home?
happened?
Yes.
What happened there to create
what-
that?
What toxic sludge was pushed over, right? What vat of chemicals were mixed to
Yeah.
create these superhuman spiders? Yeah, I'm good. Oh yeah, and the snakes fly, guys. I don't know
I
if
didn't
that
know
was
that, but
true.
that one-
I heard that somewhere. Okay, snakes fly in Australia.
Snake.
Terrifying.
Terrifying.
So they get from
Terrifying.
point A to point B. that would ruin me. Okay, I would never ever. So, like, there's this horror thriller event going on inside, like, Nicolas Cage and his son, and just trying. They're just fathers just trying to go surf, but there's flying snakes behind them. You know, that right there is alone why I'm not pulling up, guys. So
Yeah, think
I
that's
have
how-
nothing to say about this trailer other than yikes.
Yikes.
Why should be talked about as the best movie of the year?
Yeah, it said his best performance of his life or something of that nature.
Well, that means Hobby's pulling up because he's a big Nick Cage fan. So,
I mean, I'm not a fan of flying snakes, though.
like, what if, like, I can see, like, go to the theater, sit down, popcorn,
Yeah.
it's a large pop, all that stuff.
Nope.
You see one flying snake, you're like, nope, I'm out of here.
Out.
This is
Gone.
not what I signed. This is not where I parked my car. Guys, we don't know what this trailer is about. We don't know what this movie is about. We just know that Nicolas Cage and his son is going to get punked in Australia by a wallaby or something, guys. I don't know. By Rocco.
Rocco. Jesus.
Team, we're going to throw the surfer on our trailers. I guess let us know your thoughts or not. I mean, you know, whatever.
This entire nature preserve was donated by the Leopolds. It's
Ooh,
truly
Leopolds.
untouched by man.
Oh.
Like Paul Rudd stays the same age, and Jenna seems to get younger every movie
Yeah.
she does.
Yeah.
The fuck was that?
Super weird.
Must be
Look at
news
your boy.
meeting season or something.
Well.
aren't you the most magnificent thing?
Oh, what the hell? Okay.
Unicorns used to be seen like these divine monsters because people fully believe that they could heal literally anything.
It's an opportunity for immortality.
Well, that seems disrespectful.
We have a moral imperative to harvest every last one.
Wow.
Now you gotta.
You're gonna kill us.
Okay, this is awesome.
Oh my gosh. Don't move. Oh wow.
Dude.
Called it. There's no negotiating with monsters.
All right, team. We have Death of a Unicorn. According to IMDb, father-daughter duo Elliot and Ridley hit a unicorn with their car and bring it to the wilderness retreat of a mega wealthy pharmaceutical CEO. Written and directed by Alex Schwartzman, starring Tia Leone, Jenna Ortega, Will Poulter, Paul Rudd, Grant E. Grant, Jessica Haynes, and a bunch of other people as well. I'm pulling up to this just off the combination of seeing Jenna Ortega and Paul Rudd in the same scene together.
Right.
Like, I didn't know anything else, right? You add on that they hit a unicorn, and then this becomes a Jurassic Park type film. Like,
It does, yeah.
right.
You think about that.
Right? Like, the two things in this trailer that happened is when he was kind of like moving around the vehicle, it reminded me of Neil like, doing the exact same thing. The really loud scream right in front of your face, you know, is directly from the Jurassic Park movies. Yeah, and it seems like a lot of these humans are gonna die.
Yeah, definitely.
Which is gonna be awesome.
Was a
and
few
fun.
puncture marks.
And interesting.
A few punctures.
Dude, I am super excited. This looks like fun, man. A24, they just know how to make really good movies for such a low budget.
Right.
And they've been good, man. They've been really, really good lately. So they're on a string of
pretty high budget actors
W's,
there.
man. Oh, dude. Well, you know, you're already paying Paul Rudd.
Yeah.
You know, Jenna Ortega does not come cheap these days. So, yeah. No, this is going to be fun, man. This is going to be exciting. Different. Dark comedy, monster horror, you know. And then Paul Rudd, he's just going to be funny. End to end. The guy's a vampire. Yep. I don't get it. Sold his soul to the devil years ago or something. He's de-aging. So, team, we're going to throw Death of a Unicorn on our socials and let us know your thoughts. What's your favorite movie based on a unicorn? Let's know in the comics, team. All right, Brohemoth. Let's do our year-end review of the movies of 2024, man.
All right. We'll put a clapping thing in here real quick.
Yeah, that's a standing ovation, man. That was a long time right there.
It really took a little longer than I thought. Yeah.
All right, man. So the way that we're going to do this here, a little different than what we did last year. Last year and the year before, we did, we went from like 10 to 1, we went back and forth. This year, man, was really difficult. 2024 was really difficult for me for doing that. Because these 10 movies are just really good, and they're all really different as well for me.
Yeah. Same over here, man. That's what I was trying to think, too. I was like, I don't know if I can really put them in an order, because...
Yeah.
Really doesn't work that way.
It doesn't, some years it does when we have especially when we have so many superhero movies or so many movies of one genre, it's easier to do. If we had a bunch of spy movies, very easy to do, right? This 2024 was a year where cinema was all over the place, and it actually benefited very well for that. So super excited. But what we're gonna do here, team, we flipped the coin before the pod. Javi won. And so what he's gonna do is briefly, long form. He's the he's co-owner of this beautiful company and podcast, so he takes as much or little time as you want to. Talk about 5 films that are on your list.
5 on my list. Okay. Well, I got a list of 10, like we talked about. Are we going to talk about the whole 10 or just the 5?
We're going to talk about, but we're going to go back and forth. 5 and 5.
Okay. Just wanted to be sure, because I was not given direction.
Nope, no directions at all, guys.
No direction at all. All right. So I'll just run through the 5 real fast. My top, not just my top 5, but the first 5 on my list. Transformers 1, Speak No Evil, Deadpool and Wolverine, Dune Part 2, and Godzilla and Kong: The New Empire.
Nice.
So, we got a mix in there, right? So we got an animated movie, James McAvoy, very serious, creepy horror movie, Deadpool and Wolverine, which was just a superhero fun movie.
Masterpiece.
Dune Part 2, which was just a good time in general. And then Godzilla and Kong. So the reason I chose these, man, I mean, all 5 of those were, they were just really fun to see, on the big screen. And the actors in them they just played their part. They sunk into their part. They really made you believe you were there and they were there doing their part in these movies. Transformers 1 as an animated movie, Chris Hemsworth, it just was kind of a interesting choice, I thought, for a young Optimus, right?
Do you think it was a good choice or a bad choice?
I thought it was a good choice.
Yeah.
I think his voice really carried well for me, kind of connecting with that character.
Mm-hmm.
And then we had Scarlett Johansson and a few other ones in there. That was just it was just a fun time. It was just fun to see, the early days, right? Because we've been seeing reboots and we've been seeing the same stuff over and over.
Them already on planet Earth, but we thought they crash landed in 2007.
Yes.
Really, Bumblebee has been here since the damn turn of the century. You know what I mean?
Yeah, he's been doing work for a while.
Yeah.
Speak No Evil. Real interesting movie, right? That was one that was not really like a horror movie. It was just more of to me, it was more of like a mystery kind of thing.
Yeah.
Up to a point. Because really didn't know what was going on, and it just kept unraveling. But James McAvoy just so intense and just, he does his thing in every role like that. Deadpool and Wolverine, funny. We were kind of waiting to see Hugh take on a role like this where he could really be the Wolverine. And then Ryan Reynolds just hilarious.
This is what the fans been waiting for.
Yeah. Doom Part 2. Just to follow up to Part 1, man. We were waiting to see what was going on, and it didn't disappoint. And then Godzilla and Kong: New Empire, just fun. Just a fun follow up to the whole monster universe that was going on.
Still going on too, man. So super excited for what comes next with that. My first 5 films.
Yep.
A couple of them are the same that you have in here. So I have Deadpool and Wolverine.
Of course.
Dune Part 2.
Of course.
I have Roadhouse.
Yeah.
I have Civil War and The Fall Guy. Right?
Nice.
Yeah.
Nice.
Yeah, dude. So same thing with Deadpool and Wolverine, like you said, man. X-Men Origins Wolverine was such a letdown for Deadpool that, Ryan did everything he can to reboot that character, and he did it successfully, right? Now with the third movie, he brings back the guy who brought him into the X-Men Marvel world, and they do these two characters justice together. They fight, they bicker, but at the end of the day, they have to work together to save the day, man. It was just a really fun, different ride. Sean Levy's one of my favorite directors on the planet. Just great all the way around. Cool thing about this is, we did go ahead and get to see the Wolverine. We got to see him in the 90s yellow uniform, just yellow and blue, just super sexy looking. Gun show. But like,
truth,
it's the acting for me for Hugh Jackman, dude.
It's amazing, right?
In the quiet parts, right? In the emotion of what he's going through. Ryan Reynolds is going to be Ryan Reynolds. He's going to be funny. He's going to be poignant. He's going to care, but I don't know if he possesses so much care that like we feel it as much as we felt like Hugh Jackman as Logan and the things that this Wolverine has done, man. So that was fun. Deadpool Wolverine, just a fantastic triumph of a film. Gave the MCU a $1 billion movie again, so it's been a minute. We got Dune Part 2 also on there. Timothée Chalamet, man, he really leads it, right? In the first one, it was more like all the other great older cast members around him that led that film, and he was just kind of in the movie, learning, just young. Second one, dude, this Dune Part 2, he was the man. It was him doing everything, kicking ass, taking names, man, and it's like Denis Villeneuve is just a gorgeous, stunning filmmaker, man. His films are just beautiful, and this movie is the same, dude. That riding the worm sequence still just one of the best moments of 2024 in a film, man. Like, it was just really, really awesome there.
And then the memes from the popcorn buckets.
Oh, the popcorn buckets,
so good. Those are some of the best from 2024 as well.
2024 had some really good popcorn buckets, dude. Deadpool Wolverine had some ones, but it was the Dune one that was the best. Oh, I love memes. Roadhouse. This was a Amazon Prime drop. Doug Liman directed a reimagining of the movie Roadhouse with Jake Gyllenhaal. And I absolutely love this film, man. I've seen this movie like 6 or 7 times now. Just when he first goes outside, like one of his first nights bouncing, he just like slaps all these guys, right? Like that's just he's like, guys, I'm not really trying to hurt you. I'm an ex-MMA fighter. Like, you don't want these problems.
Yeah.
And this these guys, but then they come back, and then they come back again, and like, stuff escalates. And then you get this big fight with Conor McGregor's character at the end. It's just a really good high intensity. It's like there's a lot of like heart in it, but it's such a dude film, right? It's a 2024. It's like now how you do like a dude type film, man, and like Doug Liman and his directing with Jake Gyllenhaal, man, they really captured all that. So that was awesome. Civil War. Civil War was a film about a president who is in his 3rd term. A little bit about U.S. history. Presidents can only serve 2 4-year terms. And this guy decided to go for a 3rd one, and then all hell breaks loose in the country, and everybody's talking about Civil War. This film pissed me off, but I also loved it because I thought it was going to be this high octane action film, and it was minimal of that. And what we got was fun and awesome and exciting to see, but really it was this introspective film about these reporters who would be on the ground still trying
Yeah.
to defend democracy and defend like the liberties of the people knowing what's going on and like reporting on this civil war, man. It was from their viewpoint, it was from their standpoint. Definitely one of the best films of the year, man. Alex Garland, just incredible filmmaker.
Agreed.
The Fall Guy. What is there not to say about this movie, man? Like this, this is the definition of a popcorn flick.
Yeah.
I don't know. Is there any other director right now who, like, other than like Christopher Nolan, who's just like every movie he drops is just a popcorn flick, man? David Lynch is good. Oh my God, he's so good, dude. Like, Ryan Gosling's hilarious.
Yeah.
The whole cast of characters that we have in this movie, awesome. Him and Ryan and Emily's chemistry in the movie is just fantastic, just fun, exciting.
Oh, yeah.
And like sexy, right? Emily Blunt, you know what? She hasn't lost that gloss from what the hell was that movie? The alien movie that she was in, the second part, A Quiet Place Part 2.
Oh,
You
yeah,
were just gonna let me hang. I see you over there.
I didn't know
You knew
where
the
you were
answer the
going.
entire time.
It
You
could
had
have
it
been
at the top of your
movies.
eyes. You knew the movie. Now I look stupid in front of our fans in San Jose. Damn it. She still looked gorgeous like she was in that film. So, it is the action was awesome. Yeah, David Lynch.
Just the whole concept of the movie was fantastic. Like behind the scenes of the movie being made, the stuntmen and all that stuff, was just funny, right?
Yeah,
like, you're just seeing like a full. You're sitting at the movie watching a movie about them filming the movie, and it's just so funny. Like them showing like how people are in cliques, right? Like you don't go to this person, you don't go to that person, type thing.
Yep.
Just a good time.
Yeah, man. So those are my first 5 movies of the year, man, that I just thought were the best. Okay. Yeah, man. So those are my first 5 movies that I really enjoyed in 2024 that are on my list, man. What's your next 5?
Good deal. Yeah, we have Red One.
Nice.
Ghostbusters Frozen Empire.
Ooh.
Ricky Stenicki.
Ah, yes, that was
Ricky
a good
Stenicki?
one. Yeah,
was a good time.
Yeah, it was really, really good time.
Winnie the Pooh Blood and Honey 2 was a good time. That was it was a fun movie for me. Had a good time. And Code 8 Part 2. I don't know if you saw the first Code 8.
I
but
haven't
the
seen.
second one dropped
I
this
haven't
year.
seen Code 7 through 1.
Okay.
So
yeah, you're real behind. Just FYI.
So
Very
whole
behind.
franchise I need to catch up on.
Yeah. So Red One, man. Dwayne Johnson and J.K. Simmons.
Power team.
Just
Power
turned
couple.
into a fun Christmas movie.
Yeah.
That, I've watched it many a time since Christmas.
Ooh.
It's just fun.
Yeah.
It's just a good time. And every time you watch it, you kind of pick up a little bit more fun stuff in there. But just a great team. Ghostbusters Frozen Empire. Also, we got Paul Rudd. We got everybody, the original gang in there. We got just great cast. This particular reboot has been a very fun extension to the original franchise since the first one. And yeah, just following up on the story, man, and learning more history behind the Ghostbusters.
Yeah, agreed.
It was really fun too. Winnie the Pooh Blood and Honey 2. Did you watch the first one?
I've watched them both.
You have watched both of them?
And I will say this. So, spoiler alert, guys. Apologies. Skip ahead 75 minutes if you don't want to hear this.
Yeah.
But it's not on. Blood and Honey 2 is not on my end of year review, guys. The first one would have been if it came out this year. That was actually the first one was actually really good. This one,
Yeah. This one, the following up to the first one, I thought was very entertaining. I'm not saying it's a great movie,
but you enjoyed it
because it's super cheesy movie. But I had a fun time watching the movie.
That's all that matters.
And it stuck with me.
Yeah,
it stuck with me.
Yeah.
Ricky Stenicki, that was a Amazon drop, I believe.
Yep.
John Cena. I mean, just the whole cast in this movie was just so funny.
Mm-hmm.
And the fact that, like, you had John Cena in there, who was kind of he was an addict, right? And he was just recovering from that while trying to pretend to be somebody else, and did so much of a fantastic job that he like intertwined his life with these guys' lives in a matter of like months and weeks, to where everybody thought he was just part of the family, like from their childhood. And another one just stuck with me, just being so funny, and the man that can do his one-man show like he did on there and still like have a little shred of dignity is just phenomenal.
Great comedy, man.
Yeah, super.
That's
good.
what the Fairley Brothers always give us. I mean, they always give us films with great, weird, relatable comedy. Yeah.
My number 10 was Code 8 Part 2. So this is Stephen Amell and Robbie Amell.
The Amell brothers.
Cousins. Just FYI.
They're not brothers?
No, they're not brothers. They're cousins.
So, wait, back up. So, the guy who played Arrow.
Uh-huh. And the guy who played Firestorm.
And the guy who died in the first episode of the Flash.
Yes.
Are not brothers.
Correct.
They're cousins.
Correct. Anyways,
Gotta get our producer to fact check that real quick.
I could be wrong on that as well. I know they're not brothers for sure. I'm about 95% on the cousins. But Code 8 came out before, and it's basically...
Damn it, you're right.
Superhero, or not superheroes, but
you're smart.
People with superpowers.
Yeah.
The first one was fun. I really liked it. The second one, just to follow up a little bit later after the first one, and got a little bit darker, and just a fun one I like to go back and watch every now and then. I really like seeing Robbie Amell in his roles that he's been doing.
Robbie's the not Steven's the Arrow, right?
Correct.
Yeah.
And Stephen Amell is great too, but I kind of enjoy Robbie a little bit more, to be honest.
Okay.
So yeah, that's my other 5. What about you, man?
Yeah, dude. The Jerry Seinfeld Unfrosted movie.
Yeah.
Just so like I remember. Was he on Smartless or was he on Dax Shepard's podcast? He's like, I'm doing a movie about cereal, about breakfast.
It was Smartless. I don't think I ever heard him on Dax.
He was on Dax, but he was on both.
No, was he?
And I don't remember. And they were like, what? What are you doing? It's like, that's all I can say. Doing a movie about breakfast, right? It was just like, and it's like in its own Jerry Seinfeld way.
Yeah.
How he was just like not going into details about it. Unfrosted was cool, man. Unfrosted was a different film. He also brought in so much talent, and everybody got some good screen time.
Right.
That's what I really enjoyed about it, man. It was fun. It was refreshing. It was different. It was a Netflix job, so you can just post up on the couch and watch it.
Yeah.
It was about like the rival between these two big breakfast companies and the Pop-Tart. The Pop-Tart. A movie about the Pop-Tart, dude. And like, I was locked in, bro. Right?
Yeah. That's crazy.
It was just fun. John Krasinski's If. That was
a wonderful
a
movie.
really fun time, man. That was also Ryan Reynolds, but it was different Ryan Reynolds as well. Like we were put into a different world, right? A world where we were childlike again. where, you know, this world, everybody has an imaginary friend. You might have lost them. They might have moved to somebody else there, but at one point in time, you did have an imaginary friend, and that's what this movie was, man. Especially like wrapped up with this little girl who's already lost her mother. Her father is going through this surgery, and she's having to live with grandma for a little bit. So she imagines this entire world, or did she? Right? It's like at the end of Inception, was she dreaming or not? But that was like the really fun thing about If, man. It was bright, it was beautiful. John Krasinski's directing was just great, man. Coming from A Quiet Place 1 and 2, and then doing this, yeah, dude has range as a director. So really enjoyed that. Twisters, man.
Yeah,
I really enjoyed Twisters, dude.
Like that Glenn Powell.
That Glenn Powell, dude, he's just so sexy.
He's just doing work out there, yeah.
Dude, just in the white t-shirt, cowboy jeans, in the rain. Come on, dude.
Yeah.
Hit her with that legendary Tom Cruise line. Yes, ma'am. Like, come on, dude. It doesn't get any better than that.
Yep, tip the hat a little bit.
He's this movie made, and I said it when we talked about the movie, but like Glenn Powell is a movie star.
Oh yeah,
off of Twisters. When you first see him hop out of that truck, you're like, dude, is that Tom Cruise? No, that's Glenn Powell. This dude's a fucking
1,000%.
This dude is a movie star. Excuse my French, ladies and gentlemen. I'm sorry.
1,000%.
I get emotional sometimes, guys.
Yeah.
But like, it wasn't just a movie about, you know, people who chase tornadoes to help prevent them or whatever, right? We saw the destruction.
I would have watched that YouTube channel all day. I would have watched his YouTube channel every episode.
But it's also like his team helped, all their money that they make went back to these destroyed communities, right? So like, it was very poignant, and it leveled the game up from the first Twister movie, man. So Twisters was one of the best films of the year. I'm right there with you with Transformers 1, man. That is my animated film of the year. That was just like, it's always like that, right? It's the two friends who then go down a road, and they go down the road together, and then there's a tree, and there's a fork in the road, right? One goes this path, one goes the other path, right? And that's just the way of cinema. But it's just great how it happened in this.
Yeah.
And not like Chris Hemsworth was good and fantastic, but it's easy being the hero, right? It's very easy to be the hero, to be the altruistic one hero. Brian Tyree Henry's turn as Megatron was like, you felt every time that he was lied to or beat up or, you know, misused and stuff like that. They just kept on adding to like he's gonna snap one day, right? Like,
at some point you're like, I get it. I see why he wants to destroy everything. I understand.
Get it, dog. Why do you keep coming to Earth to blow it up, man? I get it. I get it. I get it now, dog.
Yeah.
I see the inception, okay? I see where this started. But just another gorgeous film. It was funny. And the two leads played really well off each other.
Yeah, I agree.
Saturday Night.
Okay.
Dude, I loved SNL as a child, as a young man, you know, as a almost 40-year-old. I still think I'm going to be a cast member on SNL, or at least a writer or something.
Yeah, we'll get you there. You still got time.
I don't have much, but I have time. Clock is ticking. But Saturday Night was really good to see the original cast, man. To see like the kinetic energy it takes leading up to that first production of Saturday Night Live, and just the Dan Aykroyds and like the rest of the cast, man. It was just great to see these real young talented people embody this original cast, man. Yeah, just Chevy Chase, fantastic all the way around, guys. Real good movie. I am gonna have to apologize though, Javi.
What's up?
There's one more on my list, which would make 11. So I couldn't make a decision. I couldn't take it off. It is my outside, like it's my favorite film of the year. So if we were making a list, it would be number 1. Are you docking my pay? Is that what you're doing right now, sir?
I am putting it in right now.
A Real Pain. First and foremost, the kid
did that
from
come out in
2024?
24?
Yeah. Yeah, it came out in December.
Okay.
I think it did. So. Did it not? Am I just lying to you?
If you say so.
Did I watch that last year? And 2024. Boom.
I don't know, man.
Yep, November. Cool. I know I'm not losing my mind. Anyway, the kid who wets the bed from the original Home Alone movie is now an Oscar winner. Okay? Just think about that for a second, guys.
Right.
Okay? The kid who did, like, had the big ass glass of milk, did the thing with his eyes, like, yeah, we're sleeping together, Macaulay, and took this big old chug, is now an Oscar winner. Kieran Culkin is a fantastic actor, dude. If you've never seen him in Succession, watch Succession. If you've never seen him in Scott Pilgrim versus the World, watch Scott Pilgrim versus the World, dude.
Watch that one a lot. Yes.
If you've not seen A Real Pain, watch A Real Pain, dude. This is a very, very dialogue-heavy film. No action, no spectacle, just the inner workings of two young men who go on this voyage to their grandmother's homeland and to see how everything unfolded as far as her in concentration camps and everything. And they walk to the concentration camps and Jesse Eisenberg's direction and writing and how Kieran delivers the lines, it just resonated with me. This is a really good film.
Let's go.
I'm not an emotional man, but like I felt emotion with this film, leaning on both of these guys. Yeah, just a really, really good film. I really thought I was going to have Saturday Night as my number 1, and then like A Real Pain dropped, and I'm like, yeah. This is it, man. This is it. So yeah, guys, those are my top movies of 2024. All right, man. What films are you really ashamed that you actually watched in 2024?
Oh,
just
we don't need to ashamed about that I watched them.
We don't need to spend much time on them. Yeah. But what are your top 3 films that you're just like, why did I waste this 90 minutes?
Yeah, a little waste of time. I mean, more than 90 minutes for one of them. Flight Risk. Not.
I already forgot about that film. We did that shit like 3 weeks ago. I already forgot about that.
And the reason I remembered it is because I saw it on my notes, in my notes thing when I was doing some work. So Flight Risk, yeah, I mean, the whole thing just was not a fun ride.
Yeah.
Don't say much more than that. Madam Web.
Yep.
That one was more boring than it was like super terrible. And then Rebel Moon Part 2. That was really long and just couldn't connect to it.
Yeah.
It just didn't give, I mean, it gave a lot of stuff, but it was remakes of everything. Like, it was like an attempt to be better at everything, and it really did not play well.
Yeah.
What about you?
Well, we share 2 movies.
3 Ashamed?
Rebel Moon and Madam Web. We share those movies.
Oh, boy.
Basically for those exact reasons, right? Madam Web was only hyped up because of the gorgeous female cast.
Yeah.
It was let down because nobody gives a shit about Madam Web as a character. Point blank.
It was
like that Halle Berry Catwoman movie. Like, you're not gonna make just a Catwoman movie and think people are gonna care about it, right? Like, it's just no.
Yeah. Agreed.
So trash. Rebel Moon. What can I say about Zack Snyder that I have not said already about this guy? He's not good. You made 1 good movie. You made 2 good. You made 2 good movies. 300 and shut up. 300 and Man of Steel. And
I just watched that like 2 nights ago.
And the only reason Man of Steel is good is because 2/3 of it was written by Christopher Nolan. That's the only reason, bro. But like all your original films are just not good. What the hell was you trying to do with Rebel Moon, man? Like, what?
Yeah.
We already have Star Wars, right? We already have Dune, right? We have all these movies, and you just said like, I'm like you just said, Avi, I'm just gonna pluck from everywhere and put it together, and we'll see what happens. And we saw what happens, and just
Real fan.
Dog feces. But there's a worse movie though.
Oh man.
One of the most celebrated comedic directors of all time created like a great drinking franchise called The Hangover. Todd Phillips is the director, guys. He came out with a little movie called Joker Folie à Deux, and we all left the theaters going, duh, what the was this?
Yeah, I didn't watch it, so that's how bad I didn't want to watch it.
Like I
didn't.
He creates this amazing different world Joker that people connected with, people understood, people were like, yo, we finally have like a post Heath Ledger Joker that we can like get behind, and then he just destroys this man, destroys the idea of what he created in the first one and the second one, and then like sings about it with Lady Gaga for 2 hours. What are we doing?
Mm-hmm.
If you have not seen Joker 2, Joker Folie à Deux, just don't. It's not good. Complete trash. And maybe that was like his intentions is what some reporting was, but just not good at all.
Right.
Hashtag sorry, not sorry. All right, man. Just before we give our overall thoughts of 2024,
yes, sir.
what 3 films are you excited about in 2025?
Well, we've seen 2 already.
We've seen 2 that you were excited about?
Well, we've seen 2 that would have been on this list. Let me say, I have 3 coming up.
Okay.
But we got Love Hurts, which was fantastic and fun.
Yes.
And we just got Captain America: Brave New World.
Yes.
So that's 2 that's already passed. Going forward here, Fantastic Four: First Steps.
Yes.
Jurassic World: Rebirth.
Mm-hmm.
And Superman.
Ooh, not even on my list, but yes, Superman. Wow. Not even on my list, dude. All right. Mission Impossible: The Final Reckoning.
Okay.
The Fantastic Four: First Steps.
Of course.
This is going to throw you for a loop right here because it would have been Superman. And I'm excited for Superman. But I'm more looking forward to the follow-up to Prey, which is Predator Badlands.
Oh, yeah. I forgot about that one coming out.
The team who did Prey is doing Predator Badlands, and
Okay.
I am thoroughly excited for that, man, because Prey was so awesome. That they're gonna go out there, have Elle Fanning as like the lead. I don't know how her little ass is gonna fight a predator, but you know what? I'm pulling up to see.
Yeah, we'll find
Maybe
out.
she's been doing Kimpo and Taekwondo and stuff like that. Who knows?
Oh man, be awesome.
Maybe she can outrun a laser. I don't know. Sharks with freaking laser
Uh,
beams on their head or something. I don't know, dude.
So I got a couple like other ones
Okay, shoot. This is
that
your pod, baby.
are good. Happy Gilmore 2, hopefully, is going to come out this year.
Yes, it's been delayed forever, but yes.
Yeah. I mean, that's what it says. And then we do have Avatar: Fire and Ash dropping at the end of this year.
Yeah,
supposedly.
I'm definitely going to see it. It's not a movie I'm excited about, only because, like...
Well, that's why it's not in my top 3.
Yeah,
It's
It is
an
like...
honorable mention.
Yeah, of course. I don't... The Thunderbolts as well, that looks pretty good. Honorable mention. But, like, we got the tree people in the first Avatar. We got the water people in the second one. It's the fire people in the third one. Is what we're doing? We got to protect fire now or something? Like,
yes, we're going around the elements here.
And by the fifth one, we're going to have Captain Planet, okay? Like,
yeah.
That's what's going to happen, guys.
I think that's what it's leading to.
James Cameron is a big environmentalist, so, like, he's going to make these 5 Avatar films, and then we're going to get... Don Cheadle as Captain Planet, dude.
So, I would be there in a heartbeat.
I'd pull up, dog. I'd definitely pull up, man. So, like, the Avatar movie is clearly going to make $1 billion.
Yeah, it's got Zoe in it.
Exactly. Like, she's box office, so...
That's part of her contract. It has to make $1 billion.
If it doesn't make $1 billion, I own you, James Cameron. I think that's what the contract says.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. All right, man. In as much or as little time as you want, the world is your oyster, sir.
Okay.
Overall, give your thoughts and your final bucket rating for 20 films in 2024.
Yeah. Overall, I think I'm gonna give this a 3 buckets of popcorn for 2024. We got some pretty good movies, but we got so much random stuff this year.
Yeah.
Like, there was really nothing that was like carrying you on through the year. Like, we got Deadpool and Wolverine, and that was really about it for the better superhero movies for the year.
Agreed, yeah.
And then we got, everything else was just kind of just random. It was like, wasn't really nothing to follow with that year. And then we got stuff like Madam Web and Flight Risk. So the reason it's getting 3 buckets is because it did give us Red 1. So that was all 3 buckets. Was because of Red 1.
JK, baby. J.K. Simmons. Whiplash.
Yeah. So, how about you, man?
4 buckets of popcorn, man. Not the best year of movies, but we still had some bangers.
Yeah.
There was a few that were on your list that was not on mine that I was like, yeah, that was actually a solid film, man. That was really enjoyable. But like overall, I'm giving it 4 buckets of popcorn. Dune 2 is a masterpiece. Deadpool and Wolverine's a masterpiece. Twisters is high up there as a fantastic blockbuster film, but
really good movie,
also with like good perspective of like how life is out there in Oklahoma. But then like Saturday Night, which is a smaller movie, and A Real Pain, which is a smaller movie, like those outshined a lot as well. And you have like your Roadhouses in the Fall Guy, which are funny, action-packed, with like good-looking cast, right? Which we always need in life. So that's why like I give it 4, man. It was a really fun year at the movies. being in Greenville and going to the movies was a different experience because I was with a lot of college kids in those theaters, man. So that was fun. But yeah, 2024, 4 buckets of popcorn from dear old Clyde.
All right.
Thank you for subscribing to this week's episode, talking through our film and year review for 2024. Next week, we'll be discussing not a damn thing, guys. Don't call us. Trust us. We'll call you.
Yeah, we are coming back, though, I think. So watch, listen, and follow us on social media for any updates.
Like always, I'm Clyde Smith. You can find me across all socials. I'm Clyde D. Smith.
I am Javier Villalobos. You can find me across all socials at Mr. J8200.
Thanks, guys.
Appreciate it.